Hey guys, how's it going? I thought I'd shoot another video and talk about some of the stuff that's gone down since I've been cruising around in my car. I was driving ever so slowly on a residential neighborhood street, and all of a sudden I heard this noise that I thought I threw a rod bearing or something. It was just ridiculous. And then I managed to drive the thing home because I was just around the block. And after doing some investigations, it turned out that I had to pull the damn transmission out again. There it is, sitting on the ground. There's the 3200 RPM stall converter. What happened was, which is like, you know what? I should win the lottery because this doesn't happen to anybody, just me. It's just stupid. The bell housing bolts that bolt onto the transmission casing, as you can see them all down there. I think there's 9 of them all together. You see the one up at the top left corner over there? You can see it's missing. Well, the bolt snapped off and it started swinging around inside the converter casing, and it was making all these noises. I thought I blew my motor. Driving around going like 40 or 25 miles an hour, 40 kilometers an hour, I thought I grenaded my motor. I was like, what the heck is with that noise? I can't believe this. Anyways, the stupidest thing, like, that snapped off. This transmission is basically like brand new. That should have never happened. So I ended up ordering new bolts for the casing and ordered Loctite. Whoever built this transmission didn't even put Loctite on the bolts. The broken bolt's still inside the boss. I got to drill it out and see if I can get it out. It shouldn't be too much of a hassle anyways. And I'm going to end up replacing all of them, of course, because who knows? They were over torqued or they're fatigued. I don't know. But I had to pull the transmission out. I had no choice because I didn't know what to expect after hearing that and then finding that bolt inside my the little hole over there at the bottom there, the inspection plate cover hole. When I seen the bolt sitting at the bottom, it was a big sigh of relief because the last thing I wanted to do was damage my motor, and obviously there's nothing wrong with the motor. It's actually this. But I mean, holy smokes, like if anybody's ever had that happen to them, please let me know on one of your comment section over there on my link, because that's unbelievable, ridiculous. So now I'm waiting on new bolts before I can put them on and then put this back together. Big pain in the you know what, but it wasn't so bad. It was a 3-hour gig to pull this puppy out of here. It's just, the biggest headache with this thing is so damn heavy. When you're underneath a car without a hoist and a transmission jack, it makes life pretty difficult. It'd be a lot easier on a hoist. Wish I was down at Pontiac Matt's brother's place there. It'd make it a lot smoother. And we shoot the shit about stuff. Anyways, I just thought I'd let you guys know about that. So I'm waiting on that. And I'm waiting on my rims. I ended up ordering, they're called Riddler 650s, 17-inch rims, 8-inch wide. I was going to get Rambler rims, but they're like $100 more each. It was just, between the two, the Rambler and the Riddler, if you look at them, they're almost identical. Why pay an extra $100 more? And I ended up ordering Toyo R888R 235 40 17s for the front, and they're RZ rated or Z rated, and for the back I got 255 40 17s, and they're tires that you really don't want to drive. It's not a daily driver tire. It's actually a competition tire, but they have a wear rating of 100, which is about 30,000 kilometers. That's, of course, if you don't do any burnouts and you drive it normal. If you drive it on the track, they're not going to last 30,000 kilometers. They'll probably last about 3,000 kilometers. But that's where I stand right now. I just thought I'd shoot this little video here and mention the miserable irony with this transmission coming out. It's the second time. First time, it didn't work right. I had it rebuilt. It was actually from Summit Racing. I'm not going to ship it back to Ohio and wait and this and that when I got a transmission guy that's in town that's pretty good. He's pretty reasonable. So he ended up doing some work on it. And one thing I'd like to do is throw a shift kit in this thing. I know I could adjust everything through the Holley Terminator X Max. I could control line pressure and all that. And I've actually messed around with it. I got it shifting nice. I got the lockup coming on at 45 miles an hour, so when I get onto the highway, it locks up immediately. I'm going to adjust that again and have the lockup come on earlier so I could be cruising around in the city doing 35, 40 miles an hour, 60, 70 kilometers an hour, and it locks up, and I could be cruising around at 1,000 RPMs because the motor's got so much torque. There's no point in having the thing revving and the converter spinning when it could lock up. What else was I going to mention? I do have a ticking noise in the motor. It's one of the lifters. It's on the driver's side. I actually noticed that when I was underneath trying to figure out what that other noise was, and I found a bolt, pulled it out, started the thing back up, and there was a ticking noise, and it was one of the tappets. So it's driver's side. I think it's either the cylinder number 7 or cylinder number 5. It sounds like it's coming from there. I did the push rod thing, and you know what? I don't think there's a push rod issue with this motor, considering I had the heads milled and I had the block decked. You'd think that your push rods would be too long and you'd have an issue and you'd want to put shorter ones in, but they're fine. What I've come to the conclusion is one of the lifters are bad, and so I ordered a set of Elgin lifters from China Bay. Hopefully they're made in the USA like they say, and that's going to be a big headache because to change lifters on an LS motor you got to pull the heads off, which is going to be another 5-hour gig for sure. And because I got screw-in studs, I'm thinking that the studs are coming up out of the head. If I try lifting the head off, it's going to probably hit the vacuum canister, or the head's going to hit the air conditioning monstrosity that it's got sticking out of the firewall over there on the left or on the right, depending on how you look at it. So I'm going to have to probably unscrew the screw-in studs to get the heads to come off, because lifting them straight up out of the studs is probably not going to happen. So of course I ordered new head gaskets. I got new lifters, new head gaskets. Rest of the gaskets are fine. Rocker cover gaskets are brand new. So that's another game I'm going to have to play in the future. They'll probably be here by the end of the week, but I want to get this transmission business out of the way first, and then I'll deal with that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Subscribe if you like. I really appreciate it. I'm at 380. I'd like to be at 416 because that's the size of the motor, which is really nothing. There's guys out there that got like 50,000 subscribers. I'm not that guy. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.